Weekly Creative Update.
Welcome to the show, another week in the books. Your favorite YouTuber is back. I'm here and you are there, let's go, 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 go. Carl makes Sundays great again.
Hello, and welcome to the show. Welcome to yet another episode of the Weekly Creative Update Show. One of the last ones. Very welcome. My name is Carl, and I'm going to be your host today. I'm always your host, so let's get into it. What have I been working on? I have not been working this last week. Or you can say I've been working, but I haven't really done creative things. I've applied for the most important grant of the year, the Working Grant, which is gonna make you be able to live 1 year on your art if you get it. I think it's around like, it can't really support 1 year, but I think it's around like 120,000 Swedish crowns, which is maybe 11,000 euros or something. $12,000. And I applied for that, and I did a nice application. I'm really pleased with it. So hopefully I will get it. I will get an answer in, it's a long time. It may be in April or it's maybe in March. Oh, I'm sorry. My nose is itching a bit. What more have I done? I've been trying to fix some photos from the exhibition. Of those I showed you last week, actually. From the residency that I get home from, and then I'm trying to put out some on Instagram, putting out pictures now every Monday. I've been trying to do that. I will try to put out for the year out, and I will try to put out one picture post up until the end of the year, and then next year I will put out every other week, I think. A little Instagram post. So that is that, and I have been trying to fix up some stuff for my upcoming sculpture that I'm gonna do in Finland, in Oulu. I've been doing some drawings on that and some admin stuff, because the girl who is in charge over there is gonna try to get a building permit for it, for the sculpture that I'm gonna build there in 2026, May, June, somewhere there. So we're trying to fix up that, a little budget and a little safety hazards things also. And now this week I'm because I have 2 exhibitions coming up in the middle of February, 1 week in between the different vernissages, and one is going to be outside of Östersund up in Sweden, close to Åre, on a little island called Frösön. And the other one is going to be in Upplands Väsby. I think it's close to Uppsala, that are tall, but in February. So I have around 3 months to make 2 whole exhibitions. So today I will actually go in and look at the plan drawings and start to sketch up what kind of works I want to include in those shows. And the shows up in the more northern part of Sweden, in Östersund, I will have to bring everything myself when I fly up there or go by train or whatever I do, in a big suitcase, in the biggest suitcase that I have. So that's also a sort of a challenging part. But I have actually, me and my friend had bought a 3D printer right now, so I will try to do some 3D prints, maybe do some casting forms, print some small things, and see if I can try to include those in my works as well. It can be fun to mix handmade, nature, carved things with maybe some 3D printed things. We'll see. I'm going to try to explore that. And I've also been doing some drawing. Been doing some sketchings and drawings this week. I'm going to sell those at the Christmas market in Copenhagen. The 30th of November. It's a Sunday. Not now on Sunday, but the Sunday afterwards. So that will be fun. Can slide some of those here. Trying to make some works, trying to develop in that area, because I'm mostly building sculptures and stuff. But it's also nice to include some drawings. Sometimes it's the way shows and stuff, and try to explore and exercise on that one. But now I will move on to the self-promotion. Guys, I have a newsletter.
There is, however, a desire to get power in order to use it for good. If you've got power, you've got to use it for the good. For the good. For the good. For the good.
And the newsletter has been sort of, I haven't been doing it, and I've been thinking about why am I not putting it out? What am I doing? It's called Monthly Creative Update. And something isn't right there. I think I'm going to redo that. I'm going to renew myself, my social media presence 2026 coming up. First with the videos, only 2 videos a month. And I'm going to do the monthly creative update, and then we're going to do some weird surreal vlog kind of working style. And for the newsletter, I've been thinking about remaking it so that it's only comes out 1 quarter. So 4 letters every year instead of 12. Because something is wrong now, so I have to redo that. So then I will have the monthly creative update here on the YouTube channel, maybe under another name, and then I will also have the newsletter coming out once every quarter. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. But guys, the first quarter letter is probably then coming out in the end of March, but maybe another letter in the end of December here coming up, because then I will have to tell everyone the new premises and then what's the new things is going to happen in 2026. So be prepared for that. And how do you prepare for that? You go down here in the first link down below and you subscribe to the newsletter. And now on to the weekly question. And what is the weekly question for the week? I will go in and I will check because I got a comment on the videos. Guys, look here. I'm losing followers, and I cannot open my phone because the open button got removed. So I have to, sometimes I can and sometimes I can't. Why is that? I have to get a new phone, but I have no money for it. Let's see. No, it didn't work. I need to, because I did a new setting. When I switch it up, then it is supposed to be a little button that I can click my thumb and then I can open it up. Let's see. It didn't even work, but I'm going to try to remember some question that I got in my head. I know I have a question. This was not the question I was going to answer because I had another question that I was going to answer, but and now I could open it. So I'm going to answer the last question and then I will answer the other. This is the latest questions I got from the last video. This is from Xella3525. How do you start an art career? Other than the making of your art, of course. Oh my god, what a great question. Thank you very much for the question, Xella3525. Much appreciated. And how do you start an art career? It's a lot to it because I can tell you that story. Some of you might know, most of you might know, but we might have some newer viewers out there. I am educated as an architect in Copenhagen. That school is really artsy. It's really experimental, and I would say it is an art school, but it's more towards architecture. But I went to a master's program called Art and Architecture, which was really wide, and then I tended to more of the art stuff and more of the sculpture, installation kind of things. So I'm not really educated in the pure art sense. So I didn't really know. When I graduated, I knew I didn't want to go and work at an architecture office. I knew I wanted to be an artist, or I wanted to pursue my artistic endeavors that I started in architecture school. So then I said to myself, now I'm an artist, I'm going to be a solo artist here in the world. Didn't know what to do. So there's a lot about it. Like the doing of the art is maybe 20% in the beginning. The other thing is to apply for grants, so you can sustain yourself, so you can get money for doing the projects and stuff like that. So grants, apply. I have this rule, and I'm trying to apply for one thing every day. It doesn't become like that, but maybe not 365 applications a year, but maybe 200 applications a year or something. We will see that in the end of the year how many applications that I've sent in. But grants is a lot. And just trying to promote yourself, doing maybe a YouTube channel as I'm doing, and having an Instagram page, having a presence, going around to vernissage, getting inspired, getting to meet new people, applying also for residencies is under the grant things, going around, traveling around, then you meet the new people, then you get to work under new circumstances, and you might find new ways of working. So I think... like the actually doing a work that you said, that's maybe 20%, and the other stuff is just admin stuff, which isn't the fun thing, but you have to make it fun. It's a lot of writing. It's more writing than doing with your hands, I would say, at least in the beginning. I can see that can switch around as longer as you go. And now I have to go to Gothenburg the next week, pick up an exhibition. I have to rent a car, and that costs a lot of money, and it costs a lot of time to go back and forth to collect your stuff, and all of those stuff you will have to do on your own in the beginning. You might be, I want to have an exhibition because I haven't had an exhibition. Then you have to find some place to have an exhibition because you're not established, or you might not be able to have it in a gallery. And then it's a work around that. Find a space, find people, go around marketing because you want people to come and stuff like that. So it's a lot of things around it, but I think the main thing is to, of course, to do your work, and the second thing is to get money to be able to do it, and then it's apply for grants, and which equals writing. So practice your writing skills and write about yourself, write about what you're doing, write about what projects you want to do, and then search money for it. In Sweden and Denmark, where I live in both countries, you can say. So then I can apply from the both there, which is really nice. Denmark is really good with grants, and Sweden is okay. So promotion and applying for grants, that's my suggestion to you. And if you want to have a one-on-one call with me, and I can you can maybe ask some questions, you can get some help, just do that, because I want to help everyone I can help out there. So write to me in a mail or whatever. And anyone else who is interested in that as well, do that as well. But only if you want to and feel like you can gain anything from it. Now I have to check here if the stammer is still recording, because my the battery wasn't full, but I have 47% left. So I'm chill. We're chill, guys. Now for the last session, bringing on the little scarf, because we're going into the wise words. And what is the wise words? It's maybe we can say that it's always try to renew yourself, and don't get stuck in the old ways. I've said this before, but it's worth it. Oh, excuse me guys, coughing right into the microphone. That might not have been nice for your ears or your eyes. But renew yourself, that is important. I'm thinking a lot about that now, because once for the YouTube channel that I'm gonna change up now, it's fun and it's motivating, it keeps me going, and trying to think of new ways of doing the videos, and trying to make updates, and trying to share my journey as an artist. That is fun. And it really gets you energy. It gets you energy to not do the same things over and over again, because life should be as a surprise, because you never want to know what is coming. And that's why I'm living this lifestyle. And I know maybe a year from now what I'm going to do, but after that I don't know. And that's interesting. If you would have an office job, you would know exactly what the outcome's going to be, and that's not fun. At least not for me. So I think it's fun to try to renew yourself, and also renew yourself in the way you're working in art. And this is weird that it is like that, but I met a person at a party on Saturday, and she's going to one of Sweden's most famous art school, and she talked something about that she was sort of the wooden girl in her class, wooden sculpture girl, and in the third year now she wanted to do something else. She wanted to do more of like conceptual installations with sound and videos or whatever, I can't really remember. And then her teacher said, you cannot change the way you're working now, you should really stick to this wood, you should be the wooden girl, we see you as the wooden girl, and it's easier if you are just continuing on with this wooden girl thing. But she's at the third year in art school, and she wants to try something else out. She has not even started her art career yet. She's still in school, and you should be encouraged to experiment, to try new things out, and not be the same old, in this case, the wooden sculpture girl. That is weird. Why is it like that? Because it's easier for the teachers, it's easier for the establishment, it's easier for the people in the grant to put you in a little box and say this is this and this is this. They want to label you. It's only making it easier for them. But is it easier for you? No. Maybe it's easier in the moment, but in a long time it will be harder for you to just do the same thing all over again. As in this case, carve wooden sculptures, do something else. And I thought that was just super weird. And the art world is weird in a lot of ways, and I think you can just find out by doing it yourself. But I believe, and for me at least, I just want to be developing, and I'm gonna try to work in new stuff. I've been working mostly in wood, but I want to go into more ceramics. I've been doing some ceramic actually, and have some plans for ceramics, for some ceramics hats that I can stick on some sticks that I found. And stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to do more ceramics, and I mean, my friend is doing an aluminium casting project, and I'm gonna try the new 3D printer thing out and do maybe some more castings in concrete and plaster and Jesmonite, doing forms with my 3D printer, and always do those kind of new things, and not listen to what other people are saying if they think that you should stick to one thing, because why would you do that? And then you sort of know the outcome, what it's gonna be, and that is not fun. For some it might be fun, but for me it sounds like really boring. So I think just try to renew yourself, or at least learn new things and try new things. And I also see a lot of artists just doing the same thing over and over again in sort of like different iterations. And it's not interesting to look at their work. It might look nice if you haven't seen it before, but if you've seen it like 40 times before and they're doing it in some other variations, it's like, yeah, that is sort of predictable. And I think in life, when you become unpredictable, you become scary, you become a force of nature when you're not predictable, when you don't know what you're gonna produce, what you're gonna do, what you're gonna put out in the world. So be unpredictable, create new works, try new techniques, try new mediums, and just search and search. And I think you will never get there. You will never find your it's never the deal to find your medium, the way of you as an artist. What's your medium? Because we cannot be stuck in that mindset that you have a certain medium. You have a lot of different mediums, and the more you know, the better you become, and the more fun it gets when producing work. And I think one medium helps the other mediums to become stronger. If I know how to work with textile, I might be a better aluminium artist or metal worker or whatever, and that things goes for every material. The more you know, the more fun it becomes. But maybe your wooden work, those are the one you get famous for, and those is what your people are known to you. You will be known for. But that maybe was just a certain period of time, and then you go over to your metal period, and you go over to your plastic / plaster period or whatever. And it was the same with Picasso when he just invented Cubism with this other, what was the other guy called? The two, Picasso and Barack, not Barack Obama, but Brack, something like that. But when he did that Cubism thing, and then when he changed, because he came up with that art form, everyone was, why are you doing something else, Pablo? Why are you doing something else? Why are you sticking? They wanted him to stick to the Cubism thing then, but he was tired of it and he did something else. And I think you have that's what you have to do. Become an unpredictable force of nature in the power of your heart, of the soul, that is creativity burning within you. Never let the flames run out. So thank you very much for watching this episode, and I am pleased to present to you, I don't know what I'm pleased to present. I'm pleased to present this video to you, and I'm pleased that I'm going into a new video phase the next year. And I wanted to get some new video stuff to film my vlogs out on the road, out on the streets, collecting pictures, collecting moving frames, and collecting sound. But I cannot do that. I have set up a rule for myself. When I reach 10,000 subscribers, then I'm allowed to get a new phone, or get something new to record with, or a voice recorder, or a microphone, or a new objective, or a new camera. So at 10,000 viewers, I will get that. So guys, recommend it to your friend, to your loved ones, to your family, to your friends, to your lovers, to the guy on the street, to the guy on the bus next between you, to the one who's collecting tickets on the train. Recommend this show, and I can buy a new camera soon, or some equipment. Thank you very much for
This is an outro. I love you all.